This morning I am pretty tired and my throat is really dry from the airplane. But I got home from Costa Rica last night and I wanted to film a video because I still have like pieces of reflections that I'm pulling in and pulling together. This morning, my time in Costa Rica is still so fresh in my mind. And so before I go out into the world, into the city, into normal life again, I kind of just wanted to reflect on my time there. And yes, so you have to bear with me because the airplanes nowadays have a lot of filtration. And so the air is like super duper dry. And whenever I fly, my throat is just like, ah. So for the past 10 days, I have been having the most amount of fun in Costa Rica and honestly just feeling alive again. Like just even thinking about it now, I want to almost cry because I had such a good time and such a needed time. And I feel like there's so many pieces to reflect on. It's been a very long time since I've gone on an actual vacation and I forgot about this feeling, and it's so intense right now of like when I come home after being away for so long, after experiencing life in such a rich way, it just makes me want to turn a whole new page in my life when I come home from feeling that alive. And I knew this already, but I really realized it while I was there. But I have been working so hard and so in this city and so in my apartment and, just so in life, doing my meditations and trying to enjoy the simple things and trying to have enough nature time. But it got caught into this rhythm and this routine. And I realized when I was in Costa Rica that I hadn't felt alive, like really, really alive in a long time. And I have found beauty in my day-to-day life. And again, doing what I can to stay grounded in the city. And yet when I get space from my life, I'm always like, wow, okay, I can make these adjustments. And so the perspective was so important for me being in Costa Rica of like, oh my gosh, I have some adjustments to make. I was doing it to the best of my ability. And yet now I have a new lens of perspective of where I want to walk and who I want to be and the way I want to live my life. And I've just been realizing that I'm tired of working so much. My friend said to me, and they said something like, talking about when you're going for what you want, there's this feeling of matter to matter when it's pure effort and pure focus and hard attention and effort and work. And that feeling of matter to matter can accomplish things with a lot of work, but there's this other layer of working towards what I want that comes from this full trust and full knowing what I need. And I've tried my best to do that. And yet when I got away, I realized how much I was doing my life matter to matter, working so much, sitting at my computer all day because I felt like it was the right thing to do to put forth as much effort as possible to get what I want. And yet when I dedicate myself so fully to things and put so much effort into them, I feel like within that effort, within that hard work, I wasn't feeling alive. And I would create things and I would want to create videos and work on projects and be excited about them. But I was working so hard that I wasn't able to feel inspired about what I was doing. And that's such an interesting thing to me. I have a friend, Kylie, and she said something along the lines to me of, your inspiration is like your life force flowing through you. And when you're not inspired, you're not feeling alive. And I realized that it's been kind of a little while since I've been fully inspired in every aspect of my life. And I feel like the reason for that was because I was working so hard, matter to matter, like working towards what I want. And I say this not knowing what the next chapter holds because it has been such a programming of, okay, if I want to be able to pay my bills, if I want to work towards my goals and accomplish things in my life, I have to work hard. And I'm tired of working so hard. My intention with going, along with other things, was to really feel like myself again. And again, like the practices that I have throughout my day that I talk about a lot on my channel, like enjoying the little things and meditation and morning practices and enjoying nature, all of those things have been like my lifeline living in the city and working hard. And I'm so grateful for those practices because they help me every single day to just tap in and know what I need and feel present in the moment. And yet it gets to a point where that stuff is only so helpful if I'm continuing to put too much work in my life and continuing to not do things that make me feel alive, continuing to spend way too much time in this city and way too much time in my apartment at my desk. And yeah, so I just went away because I wanted to feel like myself again, and I wanted to feel inspired again so that I could really dive into what I want in a new way, in a way where I'm not working 12 hours every single day towards what I want, and then on my free time making videos. I want to pour my energy in a very intentional way into what I want, which is to make videos. And I love it so much, but I haven't been able to give it enough of my inspiration because I've been feeling so drained because of the amount of work I've been putting on myself. And it's so funny to get that perspective and then be like, oh my gosh, I did it again. I did it again. While I was there, I got to just be myself again without having to answer emails or edit things or make websites or sit at my desk all day. And like I said, there's a time and place for everything. And there was a time and place for my hard work. It got me to where I am today, and it got me to that vacation. And the practices, again, that I talk about on my channel helped me so much to stay grounded in those times. And yet I've reached a point where I want to turn a new page, and I don't want to sit at my desk all day. I want to feel like myself. I don't want to have to fly to another country to be inspired again. I want to be in tropical places. Like, I want to be in the city, and I want to also be in tropical places and exploring the earth and making art through videos that makes me feel good and inspired and just like is a reflection of my life. And yeah, I think my time in Costa Rica really made me realize that life is too short to not feel alive. It's too short to not be doing exactly what I want. It's too short to be okay with not being inspired. Being inspired is like the life force within us. And when I train myself to be okay with not being inspired, I'm training myself to be okay with not feeling alive. And after my time in that beautiful, beautiful country, surrounded by so much wildlife, so many animals and monkeys and the best fruit and the kindest people and just like a beautiful, rich culture and, oh my gosh, the best food ever. Like, so good. And this like humidity that surrounds my body and encases it in like shiny sweat, and my legs tired from a day of walking. I just want to feel like that all the time. I want to feel alive, and I'm so happy for the time I've spent working hard because I've learned how to do it. But at the end of the day, I just want to feel alive, and I don't want to be in the routine anymore. Not in that way. It doesn't fill me up. And at the end of the day, life is so short and can end at any moment, or I should say transform at any moment. This moment right now is too precious for me to waste feeling like I'm not alive. And wow, like, so much gratitude for the past 8 months of working really, really, really hard to build my own business. And now it's like, okay, great, but I don't feel full and I want to feel full. And how do I do that? And wow, yeah, I have no idea. But I know that I'm going to follow my joy and my excitement. And I know that I want to make videos. I love it. I've always wanted to do it. It makes me so happy. And so I have no idea what this next chapter looks like, but it feels like a next chapter. It literally feels like when I got back, I was like, nothing feels the same again. Like, being in my room does not feel the same anymore. I don't feel attached to it at all. I'm like fully open to whatever the future holds. And sorry, my throat is so tired from breathing in the plain air. Yeah, I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what unfolds. I'm excited to share it and, continue creating art that fills me up and is a reflection of my inspiration instead of trying to inspire myself through my art. Just a reflection of like purely being alive and enjoying every second of it. And I have no idea what that looks like, but like I have some ideas and it feels really good. So yeah, wow, what an epic 10 days that felt like a year, a month, like an eternity. I just feel so different in every way. And I think it's just so important for me to get perspective on my life, reminders of looking back and actually being aware of what I'm doing and what it's building in my life. And I'm just like, I can't go back to what I was doing. So grateful for the practices that have helped me move through that with a level head. But at the end of the day, life is too short to not feel like I'm alive. And so, yeah, if you're tuning in and you're still listening, thank you. Let's see what this journey looks like for me. I have no clue. I have some clues, but I'm just going to see how it unfolds. And I'm so excited to share it and to make beautiful videos that are a reflection of my life and myself and my joy. And yeah, wow. I'm so excited to see what happens. And I appreciate you listening to this. So yeah, we'll see. The new page opens. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're doing well and taking care of yourself, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day today.